Baked Beans 2.0. You guys ready? Let's jump in. So hot off the presses, Baked Beans 2.0 from the same founder as Baked Beans 1.0, which if you guys remember was a smashing success. And it had its big run during the bull run. But if you remember that contract of Baked Beans 1.0, that contract had at one point in time over $16 million in it. So people loved this contract. Now what the founder did for Baked Beans 2.0, and I'm going to cover all this in this video, we'll walk through the white paper, but he added several sustainability mechanics that should make Baked Beans 2.0 last a whole lot longer. And if you're like me, I'm constantly looking for different protocols that can earn me BNB because I'm looking to stack BNB for the next bull run. So even though the time horizon to ROI in Baked Beans 2.0 might be a little longer than some of the other things I'm seeing out there, I'm okay with that because I want to earn BNB. And if it times out with the market cycle, hey, I'm good with that. Of course, this is DeFi and this is high risk. So you guys have to understand that before getting into anything. Also, my name is Matt, and I want to thank you for tuning into the channel. We are growing super fast, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you that have subscribed to my channel. All right, jumping into the white paper, you can see that it is created from the original founder of Baked Beans. Now, why this is important is because you want to know that the contract is safe, because version 1 didn't rug, and it was around for I think over a year actually. So that brings some safety and stability to someone's mind who's thinking about investing. Now the dev is actually different from version 1 to version 2. What they did is they teamed up with Jack from Frostflakes, which is another project in the DeFi space, which is still going on and is very trusted. So Jack actually developed the code, the contract for this, teamed up with the original founder from Baked Beans 1 and introduced a lot of the new sustainability mechanics that we're going to walk through right now. If you're completely new to Baked Beans, it's going to be on the Binance Smart Chain, and you're going to need BNB to deposit into the contract. From a functionality standpoint, everything is going to be the exact same as Baked Beans version 1, where the functions you can bake beans. This is you depositing your initial investment. Rebaking the beans is you compounding your daily dividends. And then when you eat beans, that's when you actually withdraw to your wallet. One thing you need to understand is when you bake beans or when you deposit your BNB into the contract, the BNB baked into the TVL is locked, meaning you're not going to get it back. So for example, if you baked or deposited 5 BNB into the contract, you would not be able to withdraw your original deposit. It's locked into the TVL. But what is going to happen is you can earn 3% and even up to 6% of that 5 BNB daily. Now you can't claim it daily without getting hit with a big tax, which we'll talk about in just a moment, but you're still earning it daily and you're able to compound it. They do recommend when you're rebaking or you're compounding your daily earnings that you don't do it until your earnings are more than 0.01 BNB. The reason being is you want to make sure that it's actually more than the gas that you're paying to recompound it. I deposited or baked 1 BNB into the contract to test this thing out. And I've received 1,041,000 beans. Okay. So beans are what you're going to accumulate. So my beans are producing these BNB dividends daily. So I could either rebake them or eat them. That brings us to eating beans, which is you actually claiming your rewards back into your MetaMask wallet. There's a 1% tax on baking beans when you deposit. There's a 5% tax on eating beans when you withdraw. So you just have to keep all that in mind. You're going to be earning 3% static daily rewards. Here's one of the biggest differences between version 1 and version 2. In version 1, it was a true miner in the sense that you earned more or less depending on the share of the contract that you held. And a lot of people don't like that because the people who have bigger bags, they own more of the contract and they can actually push you down and make it harder and harder for you to gain ground against them, right? Because everyone's jockeying for position in those miner contracts. Well, here's the difference. Version 2, you have a 3% static daily reward. So you earn 3% daily on the amount of beans you hold within the project. As you rebake and TVL increases, so do your rewards. So you're going to earn 3% no matter what. So that means you're not getting in late. It means if you got in a month from now, you're still going to get this 3%. With other miner contracts, the people who got in early mega reaped most of the rewards. That's not the case here. So Baked Beans utilizes a referral-based program for bringing new investors into the project. But basically what they've tried to even do with that is they tried to make it more sustainable. So let's talk about what those referral bonuses look like. So there's a 5% referral bonus and it comes as beans. Okay. So people don't get it in their wallet. It's going to go as beans locked into the TVL. So it's not like the people can just get the referral money and then take it out of the contract, and it's already out of the contract. It's going to arrive in their account inside the TVL. And then the second thing is it's only their first deposit. So let's say people try it out. They try out with one BNB and then they like it and then they deposit 50 BNB. Well, according to this, it's only the first deposit. So this is what they mean that you can earn 3% up to 6% a day. And the only way to get those extra percentage points a day is by referring others. You can kind of see the tier structure. For example, if you wanted to earn 4% daily rewards instead of 3, well, you need to refer 25 to 49 people to make that happen. So you can look at this whole breakdown right here. You can see once you have 250 or more referrals, you've hit the max that you can earn daily, which is 6%. Okay, here's another mechanic to make sure that this lasts a long time, and that's a max wallet. You can only have 200 BNB per wallet. For example, 180 BNB deposited and compounded to 200 BNB will allow for no further manual deposits. Now, let's talk about the has-been tax, because this is one of the huge sustainability features that they put into play here. In Baked Beans version 1, everyone just sort of had a mutual agreement with the community that they were going to adhere to a 6-1 strategy, meaning they were going to compound 6 days and then they were going to claim 1. Well, that worked for a period of time. But as soon as everybody broke lockstep, there was basically a bank run on the TVL and the contract. So what they've done here, they're basically hitting people with a massive tax that scales down over time. What they're basically doing is forcing people's hands to do a 9-1 strategy. And if they decide not to, well, they're going to be penalized by that by incurring a big tax. So the only way to actually eat the beans or claim your rewards without a has-been tax is to do it after compounding 9 days and then claiming on the 10th day. You can see here, no loss incurs, just the standard fees, which I think is a 5% standard fee. So what happens? Where does all this tax money go if people decide to eat the beans early? Well, here's what happens. 50% of the BNB goes back into the locked TVL. So from this tax, let's say somebody decides to eat their beans on day 1, well, they're going to get a 90% tax. 50% of that goes right back into the locked TVL automatically. It's in the code. It just happens. So the other 50% is actually going to go to an external revenue wallet that when that reaches a certain amount of money, they're going to invest that capital that's going to bring new revenues, new revenue streams back into replenish the TVL to make it last even longer. And a portion of that, I think they're also going to do some giveaways. Another important sustainability function is max withdrawal. We talked about a max wallet. Well, now there's a max withdrawal of 300% of the BNB deposited per wallet. So here's an example. Mr. Bean deposits 1 BNB. His wallet will only be able to withdraw 3 BNB from the TVL. But if Mr. Bean deposits 1 BNB on day 1 and 14 BNB on day 23, his wallet will only be able to withdraw 45 BNB from the TVL. But if you keep compounding, your 3x is going to keep going up, right? Now, here's the thing. After collecting the max rewards of 5 BNB in your beans, a rebake must occur as 5 BNB is the max accumulation that a wallet can receive. Rewards will stop generating when 5 BNB is reached. So what that means is if your account gets big enough where inside of these days, day 1 through 9, if you actually have 5 BNB, let's say you have 5 BNB already in your rewards on day 5, well, you're not going to be able to accumulate any more rewards at that point. So you have a decision to make. Well, you could go ahead and you could eat your beans at a 50% loss, or you could just wait the remaining days before you actually claim. But it's basically going to stop people from banking up 30, 50, 100 BNB and then claiming it all at one time. That's not going to be able to happen. So this is the actual dApp where you'd make your deposit, you'd buy your beans, and where you can rebake or eat them. It's super simple. You need BNB to be able to do it. You type in the number of BNB that you want. Looks like they have the font here, the wrong color, because you can barely see what you're doing, but you can see there's a black one right there. So I'm sure they'll update this. So once you put in your amount, you hit buy beans. The amount that you deposited will be here. The amount of beans that you currently have will be here. And then this is where you see what your beans are earning. Your beans, and it's earning me this much, right? So each day I'm going to come in here and I'm going to rebake them, and I'm going to stick to that 9-1 schedule where 9 days I'm rebaking. And then I'll do eat beans on the 10th day. This actually just launched an hour and a half ago. And look, there's already 831 BNB in the contract. If you're like me, I was wondering when Baked Beans version 1 came out, it was a different climate. The world economy was in a different place. The crypto market was in a different place. It was very healthy. It was in a bull run. So are people going to be as interested in version 2? If this is any indication to me, I think people are still very interested in this type of product. So that's really it with baked beans. It's super easy, super simple. It has all these new mechanics to make it last longer. And if it has anywhere near the raving fan base that baked beans version 1 had, this thing could be operational for a very long time. But this is DeFi. This is crypto. I don't need to remind you that it's risky. There is zero guarantee. You could put your money in here and you could never get it back. You need to understand the risks of what you're getting into. But it's high risk, high reward. I'll leave my link to Baked Beans version 2 in the description of this video. It is a referral link, so I do get a referral commission when you use my link. You definitely don't have to. You can just go straight to the Baked Beans website and do your deposit right there. All right, guys, what do you think? Are you stoked about version 2? Are you excited about it? Do you not like it? Go ahead and put that down in the comments. I love hearing what your guys' thoughts are, taking the temperature of the overall community regarding a project like this. If you like videos like this and content like this, then I would love it if you would show me by hitting the like button and subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you be a part of my community. I have a free Telegram group. That's the 0 to 100K project. I'll have the Telegram link for that down below. It's totally free. I'm challenging myself to go from $0 to $100,000 a month in passive income. And I'm inviting everybody in my community to go on that journey with me. Okay, you guys are amazing. And I'll see you in the next video.